My name is Richard Mao. I'm 73 years old. I've been a member of Zion since 1969, approximately 45 years. It was always a part of my life, and the importance of attendance was very significant to my parents. Janet and I were neighbors from 1953 until 1964, and that's when I first actually started to pay attention to her, I guess. Janet finished nurse's training in 1966 in June, and in July of 1966, we were married on my 25th birthday, the 16th of July. I had been transferred here by General Motors, so it was a new experience for us, and there were a lot of times when it was pretty difficult. We looked around at various churches around the area. My wife was a member of the Congregational Church in Wisconsin, and I had been Lutheran, and we tried a number of different churches because I wanted her to be able to find something that she could be comfortable with. But she decided that Zion was a pretty decent place for us to go. We had to take that step first to make sure that we wanted to be here, and then we had to take another step to find the people and organizations that we wanted to be involved with. Well, Janet had struggled with diabetes for almost all of our lives together. She developed it with our first daughter's pregnancy, and it continued through her life. When it progressed to the point where 2010, we went to the Canfield Fair, and Janet felt like she wanted to walk around the fair some, so we did. And she developed a blister on her foot, which turned into gangrene at a later time, and she ended up having her leg amputated. That was not an easy time for her, but she got through it and was starting to do real well with her prosthetic for that leg when the other leg started failing, and she ended up having the same thing done again. And the difficult times that have occurred in my life and my life with Janet, the ending period was a time when it required taking another step every day almost. Things were changing so much, and at some points I felt like I was losing a lot, but I knew that if I didn't take those additional steps one at a time, or maybe in 2 or 3 little baby steps, I would not maintain my level of faith that I wanted to keep and that I knew my family expected of me, and that God expected of me. For the 133 days that she was in hospital, nursing home, and hospice, I was able to stay with her day and night at all times, and was in her room right up to the day that she passed. My acceptance of Janet's condition and passing were difficult to work with, but I knew that it was something that we had to accept, and I knew that she was going to be able to get with God and Jesus and all the other folks that she was longing to see. We knew what to expect, and we had made up our minds that we could accept that and feel that there was a promise of better things to come. So we took that step together, and I had to take a couple of other steps to get myself as convinced as she was, but It was not an easy thing to give up somebody that I had known for most of my life. The things that make my life more meaningful to me right now are my family, my children, my two daughters, my 5 grandchildren, and a lot of other friends here at Zion and around the country. My activities here at church blend over into my, what you might say, public life too. So I really enjoy bringing a little bit of cheer to the children at a certain special time of the year. If you ask the kids who I am, they might tell you I look like Santa Claus, or some of them might even say I am Santa Claus. Zion's a big part of my life, and when people ask me where I go to church, I always tell them Zion.